Hi everyone, I'm Amit and you're watching me on CvPrepp. So in this video, I'm going to answer about few questions that was put out as a comment in previous videos, and I would like to just clarify on those few things. So I'll just show you the question. So someone asked me, hey bro, I just want to ask, can a fresher in Power BI domain get a job opportunity? If yes, please give me some guidance. I've been taking Power BI and SQL courses on Udemy and I'm very seriously learning them. Please guide me. So I would be answering these questions, but before that, like I will be making two announcements. So from Tuesday, so Tuesday being the date 14th, from 14th September 2021, I am starting a 5 days or like 4 days DAX training program. So if you're interested, just update your details in the Google form given below in the description. Also, if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe and like this video so that I can keep putting out the content like this. Second thing, many people have asked me, how do you get sample data, right? So I'll show you one website. The website name is mokaru.com. So I will give you the link for this website again at the bottom so you can check out this. Now, basically in this website, it's a free website. You can generate a random fake data. It's definitely not real, but it is good for your practice. You can generate 1,000 line item of data for your practice for completely free. If you need more than 1,000, then there is an amount that you need to pay. But for practice, I think 1,000 is more than enough. That is fine. So if you just come to the website, this is how it will come up. Now, let's say if you want to add some field over here, right? You can use this add another field, and what type of data you need, you can just come here and select that option. So if I need, let's say something related to health, I can just select that and I can mention the name of the drug as a data. I can mention, let's say location. If you want location, you can put country code as a data. So I'll just select the country code and the data will be coming up as the country code, and the field name, I will just change this to code, right? This is it. And here you can just adjust how much percentage of data you want as a blank so that you can adjust the data and work on that. So after you have done, you can just download this data. If it is asking you to do a sign in, you can do a sign in and just start working on that. So I hope now you're clear on how you can get the data set to start practicing. Apart from this website, you can also log on to kaggle.com. You can like do a Google data set search. So I will show you. If you just type something like Google data set, it will open up like this: data set, search Google. Let's say if you want to search, and this search engine, right, is for the data set. So if you want to search for housing data, let's say if I want to search for housing data, you can search for this housing data and it will open up all the places where there is a data set. So you see, this is the government website, this is a Kaggle. Inside this you will have data somewhere. I'm not going deep inside this, it will be coming up somewhere there. Here is like Belgium housing prices index. I'm not sure where the data would be there, but somewhere the data is mentioned. And you can like see here at the top, there is this download format. I'm not sure how to use this. I haven't used this a data set, but I have like I have seen this website at many places. So that's why I thought you can explore this to download the data and use it for your work. So these are the different like places wherein you can download the data. Now coming to the important questions, that was the main topic of this video, right? So can a fresher apply a job? Uh, can he apply for a job opportunity if he's a complete fresher? So there are two answers to this question. Are you a complete fresher, as in you are just starting out, and then are you a fresher in the data analytics domain? Now, if you're a complete fresher, I will say it is little difficult to crack. And I am being very practical and very honest. It is not easy to crack. Yes, you heard it right. It is not very easy to crack. It's not that jobs are not available, but it will be little difficult. I will explain you again why it is very difficult. Now, if you are someone who is having 4 or 5 years of experience, or let's say 2 to 3 years of experience, right? And with the 3 years of experience, you does not have anything in data analytics, you can still get ahead. How? You can get ahead by like learning things and then working on your resume, working on your projects, and you can get ahead. But if you're a complete beginner, it will be little difficult. by just learning Power BI and SQL. So how do you tackle this, right? If you're a complete beginner, try to solve problem as much as possible. So there are different websites, right, where you can practice these skills that you're learning, Power BI, SQL, and everything. So let's say if I come to a website named as HackerRank, right? If you just log on to this HackerRank, in this platform, you can just log in and start giving the test. So it is mentioned for companies and for developer. So I will just sign up and code. So you can just log in over here. I already have an account which I used long back. So let me just connect that with it. Let me just log in over here in this HackerRank. And you see, so I was practicing on the SQL thing very early, and I have like completed 63%. I have not completed the entire thing. But one thing that is required, what I wanted to show you, you see, there are these many skills available for practice. And if you have like completed this 100%, right, I can guarantee you, you will learn a lot. And second thing, there is a leaderboard that is available. You see, this leaderboard is available. So if you are onto the leaderboard, right, if your name is coming up on this, if there is any contest running up, you're taking participating in this contest, and if you rank very high over them, definitely you would be, you can like use those ranking as a factor. You can do your projects on Kaggle, on this hacker rank. There is another website named as lead code. So you can practice on these skills and the ranking that you have, right? If your ranking is higher, you can definitely showcase. And trust me, this ranking is definitely going to help you if you are a complete fresher. So if you are in, like, if you're not practicing your skills enough, then it might be a little difficult. So my advice is like practice your skills and then come up to these websites and give your test and see what is your ranking, right? Depending on the ranking, you can like get a good job. There is another website known as TechGig. I will give the link for these things in the description so you can check them out. So TechGig is another website where you can log in and practice these skills. So take or utilize these platform as much as possible. As a fresher, it is really going to help you. Now, if you are doing the courses from Udemy, there isn't any relevance of the certificate, but make sure whatever you are learning from those platform, learning should be practiced enough. If you have like watched 1,000 video and if you don't know anything, then it does not make any sense. So make sure if you are watching those videos, you are taking the best out of this. Second thing, you have to strategize your, like how you are applying for the jobs, right? What skills you have and how much knowledge you should be having. So I will just open up a notepad and let's consider if you are a fresher, right, and you're applying for a data analytics skills. Let me move this camera to the right. Okay, now I always suggest like there are a couple of things that you should be knowing, that you should be learning, right? So I always start with SQL. Now why SQL? It's a most important tool, and when you are into data analytics, you should know how to handle the data, and SQL is the first step towards that. So this one, you should be giving more than 100% into this, right? You should be like very good with SQL. Then I suggest everyone to learn any ETL tool and preferably SSIS. Be an intermediate with this. Then comes the Power BI, right? Which is a this one, which is a data visualization tool. So be good with this. Then comes the Python. Now Python, you should become an average with this. Now why I am mentioning and why this strategy, I will also explain you this. So SQL, right? It is the oldest programming language, not oldest, I will say, but in terms of database management, this is the most popular language that has been there, right? And most of the people know this. So if you want to level up the game, you should be like giving more than 100% of your effort towards learning SQL. Learn SQL and then practice on these websites. It will help you with your concepts, and the confidence that you will get, it will help you in clearing the interviews. Next is ETL, right? Now, ETL, I have mentioned you should be having an intermediate knowledge for this. The reason is ETL is something which is not favored by many people. So, I mean, if I put out this video, only 500 or 1,000 people will watch this, right? Now, only 1,000 people, if they know like about ETL, it is still very less. There are like billions of people across the globe. So ETL is something you should be intermediate with that, because if there is something which no one knows about, and if you are learning that, right, till an intermediate level, you are great at that. So always keep this in mind. Try to differentiate a little and plan your journey. Then Power BI. You should be good with Power BI. The reason is Power BI is something very easy to learn, and over the time it has taken a fad. So everyone is starting to learn Power BI, right? So the more number of people, it becomes little less relevant. So become good with Power BI. Then, as I mentioned, right, you should at least have knowledge of one programming language, be it Python, C, C++, anything. You should be good with any one programming language. So in today's time, if you are saying about data analytics, the the growth of the Python has been tremendous, right? Everyone is using Python, and it is like you can use Python for multiple different facets. You can use for AI ML work, you can use for web development. So it is used across different dimensions. So you should be learning Python, right? You should be at least an average programmer with the Python language. So strategize your learning steps in these methods, and this is definitely going to help you while you apply your jobs. Now, if you follow the process that I have mentioned you, right, you are definitely going to secure a job. You can get a good ranking into these websites, which will definitely help you in landing a job. Technically, from an outside perspective, it looks little difficult to crack the job. Reason, any company where you are going to apply for data analytics, they need a little experience, right? Because data handling is very tricky part. So if you mess up the data, it becomes a very bad situation. So that's why they need a little experienced guy. But if you can prove that you have those skills, you are in. That's it. So build on to your credentials with these skills, and then yes, you are in. So in the next video, I will let you know, right? I will explain on how you can apply to the startup companies, how you can find those startup companies and get a job there, right? Because most of the startup companies, they are open for people who are having less experience, but they are good with skills. So in the next video, I'll show you how you can approach or you can find those companies and like apply into those. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care. And please subscribe to the CV Prep if you haven't. Thank you.